Om Nidhaya Hridi Vishvesham Vidhaya Guruvandanam Balanam Sukhabodhaya Kriyate Tarka Sangraha Vishveshwaram Sambamurtim Pranipatya Giram Gurum Tikam Shishuhitam Kurve Tarka Sangraha Deepikam. So according to this translation book, we have finished the first section. And so that is all the padarthas. Just seen what is the classification of padarthas. These are some lakshanas also. Now coming to dravya, the first among the padarthas, among dravyas, we have navadravyani. So each of the dravya lakshanam has to be now detailed. That is where we are now. Prithivya tejo vaivakasha kaladigatma manamsi navaiva. This is the sentence we are dealing with now. Each sentence, Prithivya tejaha, each one will be dealt with in detail. As much detail as this grantha allows. In that we began with Prithvi Lakshanam. First statement is the Lakshana. Tatra Gandhavati Prithvi. What is Prithvi? Anything that possesses Gandha, smell, is called as Prithvi. Sadvividha, Nitya, Anitya cha, Nityakar, Nitya, Nitya Paramanu Rupa, Anitya Karya Rupa. So this we went through the Mula part of it. We saw what is Paramanu, we saw what is Karya Rupa, the effect of it. And then Punastrivida, Sharirendriya Vishaya Bhedat, Shariram Masmadadinam, Indriyantu Grana, Gandhagrahakam Granam, Tachanasa-gravarti Vishayo Mritpashadadihi. This is how it is classified as Sharira Indriya Vishaya. Two types of classification. Nitya Anitya is one type of classification. The other type is Sharira Indriya Vishaya Bheda. Part of Sharira but different from Sharira. No? It could be, it is part of Sharira, no doubt. I don't know. It is not just Sharira Vishaya Bheda. The Indriya is important because you get to know about Gandha only through the Indriya, not just because of the Sharira. See, even if that Indriya was not working, you would still call it Sharira. But you wouldn't call, Indriya has a certain Lakshana. That Lakshanam we will come to. It has a very specific Lakshana. And why Indriyam is so important? That is why I said, these Panchendriyas are the basis for this classification itself. The Panchabhuta classification itself, the Panchendriyas are the basis. Or else you would not have that classification. So in the first class I said, this still has our experience at the center. Each of the definition directly relates to what we experience through the senses. That is why we are talking about Panchabhutas. Why not Shatbhutas, why not Chaturbhutas or something else? Because each of the Indriya has a different loka for itself, a different place where it works. And the place where it works is called by that Bhuta. That way it is. And then we have few other things. Okay, that's how it is kind of classified. This we have seen. We'll come to the Deepika. Tatra Uddesha Kramanusarat Prathamam Prithivyaha Lakshanam Aha. So Uddesha Krama means in the way it has been ordered and enumerated at the beginning. Therefore, first we come to Prithvi. And Prithvi's Lakshana is being dealt with over here. Tatreti. Namna Padartha Sankirtanam Uddeshaha. By saying Prithvi, he is saying which Padartha he is referring to. Gandhavati, what? Prithvi, the first Padartha. Uddesha Kramecha Sarvatra Ichha Eva Niyamika. Ichha Evam Niyamika. So we were discussing why this order in that Uddesha Krama, what should be the order. Though there is some logic to the order, says you can put it in any order. Nobody is going to tell if you tell it in a different order, it is wrong or something. Ichha Eva Niya. Ichha means as you like, you can say. Whatever order you want, you can put it. It is a nice order to hold, so it is held with. That's all.
Namna Padartha Sankirtanam Uddesha. Namna Padartha Sankirtanam.
What is Uddesha? What is the meaning of Uddesha?
Uddesha Pariksha Andadu General and the Uddesha given to prove.
Oh, no, not that kind of Uddesha Krama. He has used a few words there. No, Tatra Uddesha Krama Anusarate. What do you mean by the word Uddesha? That he is giving here. Namna Padartha Sankirtanam. By telling a Padartha by its name, that is called as Uddesha. Calling out Prithvi means you are doing Uddesha of Prithvi. Calling out only, that's what it means. Uddesha means to mention something, to call out something. He is clarifying that by bringing out its specific name. Namna, by the name, telling out the Padartha is called as Uddesha. That's what I mean. By the name. Nama. Naman Shabda. Normal Naman Shabda. So, Naman is Napumsakalinga Shabda. All over. Tava Nama Kim, if you ask. Nama is Napumsakalinga Shabda. Mama Nama Shankararama. If you say that the word Nama is Napumsakalinga Shabda. Nama Namani Namani. That's how it is. So, Uddesha Krame. In that Uddesha Krama, Sarvatra Ichha Evam Niyamika. Ichha Eva Niyamika, it should be, I think. I don't think there is Evam. Anyway. That is there. Now coming to some Purvapaksha. Why Purvapaksha? We have already seen the Lakshana is there. Gandhavati Prithvi is a Lakshana. It is a Purvapaksha against that Lakshana. No. Okay. Nano Surabhi Asurabhi Avayavakhe Dravye Paraspara Virodhena Gandha Anutpadanat Avyaptihi. Nacha Tatra. Okay. We'll go. I'll read the whole of Purvapaksha. Nacha Tatra Gandha Pratit Yanubapattiriti Vachyam. Avayavagandhasaiva tatra pratiti sambhavera chitragandha arangikarat kincha utpanna vinashta ghatado avyaptiriti chetna. Till there. Okay. So what was the Lakshana? The Lakshana was tatra gandhavati prithvi. What does it mean? That which has smell is prithvi. Now, okay, if something has smell is called as prithvi, immediately something, there is a Purvapaksha that comes up saying, let us assume of a Padartha which has Surabhi, means that which is a very nice smell is called as Surabhi. Asurabhi is not so good smell. So let us say these two are opposing smells and both are present in one object. Some object that you take, it has very nice smell and exactly opposing smell also. Both of them will join together and hence you will get no smell. Let us assume that you get, let us assume there are two such smells which are opposing each other. It could be there, no? There could be two such smells which are opposed to each other in a way that one cancels the other. Not putting scent in the toilet and saying I get both smells, not that kind of thing. Okay.
So if one cancels the other, how can you even say that there are two smells? You will not be able
That is what he is saying. You will not be able to smell because one is cancelling the other. If one was not there, you would have smelt the other. Now in this case, you are not able to smell. That's what he is saying. Your case is also accepted, where it could be a mixed smell. That is fine.
I was always thinking it will only be mixed smell.
No, there could be a case also where there is opposing and cancelling out smells. Okay, there is also a possibility. So, Nanu Surabhi, Asurabhi, Avayavakhe. There are two Avayavas. There are two parts to this particular object that you are seeing. One has Surabhi smell, a very nice smell. The other has Asurabhi smell, exact opposing smell. And therefore, both cancel out each other. Akhe dravya, in that dravya, paraspara virodhena. Because both are opposing each other. Gandha anutpadanat. There is no gandha at all. Anutpadana. Gandha anutpadana means maybe gandha utpadana is there, but you are not able to sense it. There is no gandha you are getting from that particular object. Therefore, what is the dosha? Avyapti dosha. Some dosha you have to find out. That is the Purvapaksha's aim. So his dosha now is your Gandhavati Prithvi does not hold. So if I take this book, half the book is one smell, the other half is one smell. If I try to smell it, there is no smell. If I say, then that book is Prithvi, but your Lakshanam does not hold there. Hence, Avyapti, one part of the Purvapaksha. Gandha anutpadanad avyapti. Nacha tatra gandha pratityanupapattiriti vachyam. You cannot just say that, see what the Purvapakshi is saying is, gandha is not emanating at all. You don't tell me, whenever this nacha comes, see, it is actually a Purvapaksha, but there is a nacha. When this nacha comes, what? The Purvapakshi is preempting the Siddhanti square stance already. And he saying, no, no, that is at the end. Before that, nacha, the word nacha always stands in between. No, no, you don't say, I have proposed a objection to you. You can't say, no, this objection does not hold, therefore I will preempt that and I will tell you one more thing also. I will explain my objection. Okay, that's why the nacha. Nacha, tatra gandha pratityana bhavati. You can't say that you don't find gandha, that's all, but utpadana happens only that you don't smell it. You can't tell that, don't tell like that. So he is already preempting and he is continuing his argument saying, avayava gandhasyaiva tatra pratiti sambhavena. You can find the avayava gandha. Like as you said, let us take a mixture of gandha itself here, where you find two different gandhas. So if you take in this book itself, half the book was smelling good, if I say, that half if I take and smell, I will get one smell. The other half if I take and smell, I will get the other smell. So that smell belongs to only the avayavas. That is the parts of it. The whole does not have a smell now. The whole of it, if you have to give a smell, as you said, you can say mixed smell, something you can come up with. But these Tarkikas do not accept mixed smell. Okay. That is called as Chitra Gandha. Chitra anywhere means mixture. A mixture is called as Chitra. Tarkikas accept only Chitra Rupam. Only color can be mixed. There can be a mixed color. But mixed Gandha is not acceptable. Same way other gunas also, mixed is not acceptable. Why it is not acceptable, we will see. So Gandha, Chitra Gandha is not accepted. So since you do not accept Chitra Gandha, you cannot tell me that the Avayava has Chitra Gandha. This is not possible. Sorry, the Avayavi, the whole has a mixed smell. You can't say. You either have to say Surabhi or Asurabhi, something you have to say. Now it actually has Surabhi and Asurabhi, so you will not be able to assign a smell to it. And hence I am preempting this stance of yours also. Chitra Gandha Anangikarat, because you do not accept Chitra Gandha. Kincha Utpanna Vinashta Ghatadau Avyaptiriti Chet. Say, Utpanna Vinashta Ghata. We already saw it. The one that is created and immediately is destroyed. At the moment, there is no guna at all. So, there also Gandha will not be there. In that Ghata also, Gandha will not be there. So, like this, he has raised quite a few points here. The Purvapakshi has raised, I would say, about 3 points he has raised. First is Gandha Anutpadanat Avyaptihi. You cannot say Chitra Gandha. That is the second opposition. And in Utpanna Vinashta Ghata also, it is Avyapti.
But Chitra Gandha, Tarkika does not accept, has not been known.
Has not been known. Here, this is the place to explain. That is how the Grantha is. It is not that the Grantha is not built with the previous concepts or anything like that. Okay. The Grantha is just there. We have to understand the concepts as they are presented.
Anutpadanat Avyapti, Anutpadat Avyapti.
Anutpadat. Anutpadat. Anutpadat Avyapti here. Iti chet na. The book here is easier than there.
But why do they do Anangikara of Chitra Gandha?
That I think it will come here itself, or whenever it comes, we will see that. Okay. Angikara is Samskruta. Right? You thought it was a Tamil word. Yeah, Hindi also is very widely used. Hindi, we hear only Bollywood Hindi, so nothing is said. If you actually take some nice text, nice translations and read, you will find. Correct. No, Angikar is to accept. Yeah, if you see Ramayana Sagar, Ramayana, you will find. This drama you say, correct.
Only that it's told to you. There are multiple meanings. I was just exploring. It doesn't sound that bad in Tamil, no? Then it's okay.
Utpanna Vinashta Ghatado Avyaptiriti Chet. No, that is not the case. Now the Siddhanti stands, starting from Gandha. The same, very similar to what we have already seen. So that same figure you can draw here. You have to read the sentence properly, that's all. Gandha Samanadhikarana Dravyatva aparajati matvasya vivakshitatvat. That's all. With that, the Siddhanti's position is over. Now, if any of you can draw this as a figure, you will immediately understand. Gandha Samanadhikarana. What was, you remember Lakshana Lakshanam? What was the Lakshana Lakshanam? No. Like this. Lakshata Vachedaka. Chedaka Samaniyatattvam Asadharanatvam. Asadharanatvam nama kim? Huh? No, the same. We had a very similar sentence there, no? Guna Samanadhikarana Sattabhinna Jatimatvam. Similar, very similar sentence now. So, in the same way, you can analyze the sentence. What was the Adhikarana, the Samanadhikarana there? The Dravya was the Samanadhikarana there. Samanadhikarana to what? Wherever the Guna would come to exist. The Guna, there, let us take the example of Ghata in that place. The same example will hold here also because the Purva Paksha is very similar. There for Guna Samanadhikarana, Ghataha was the Samanadhikarana. Yes.
If you ask for Dravya, why?
No, in Lakshana Lakshanam, just after that it will come. Yeah, I asked for Lakshana Lakshanam, but it is for Dravyam only, what I meant. Correct.
Okay. That's what I was thinking. Where is this?
It is for Dravyam only. Very similar is what I am trying to say here. Here, Gandha Samanadhikarana. Tell. Gandha Samanadhikarana.
Dravyatva aparajatimatvasya.
Aparajatimatvam. Correct.
Dravyatva aparajati. Dravyam illada vera jati.
Here we are trying to define Prithvi now, and he wants to clarify what he means by Gandhavati Prithvi. Just like that. Here, there he said.
You told 3 Purva Pakshas are there. I feel only 2 are there because from Nanu till this Chitra Gandha Anangikarat, I think that is the same.
Explanation of set. Yeah. The main 2 points is one A. Kind of.
Okay.
Explanation of one only. Not 3 different points. You are right. Now, Gandha Samanadhikarana, Dravyatva Aparajatimatvam. Now, there we saw Satta Jati. Satta Jati is the Parajati. What is Parajati? What is Aparajati?
Different and subset.
Super and subset. Paran Aparam Cheti Dvividham Samanyam. So, it is we are talking about Samanyam only here. Okay. That's why this Apara. That's why the Apara is important. Dravyatva Aparajatimatvam. That jati which is a subset of Dravya. That's what he means. Dravyatva Aparajatimatva means Dravyatva Aparajati is what? Something that is lesser than Dravya. Not Dravya Jati, but lesser than Dravya Jati. So it cannot be Guna Jati or Karma Jati. It has to be lesser than Dravya Jati. So let us say, where did we start? Gandha. Gandhaha. Gandha Samanadhikarana here. Some Adhikarana is there. We know this is Ghataha, but or in this case, it actually Prithvi is what we are trying to define. Could be anything within Prithvi. Now, we have Dravyatva Jatihi somewhere. Dravyatvam is a Jatihi. Okay, Dravyatvam, there is a Jati. Dravyatvam. Something that is Aparajati for this. Now you understand? Dravyatva Aparajati is there in this also. Look at the figure for some time so that it makes sense.
But why do we need to complicate this? Same reason like why Guna Samana Adhikarana Sattabhinna Jati. Something like this.
Yeah, because it has to apply to the Utpanna Vinashta Ghata. No?
For that reason we are doing
We have to do this. Yes. You have to do this gymnast. That this is what you intend. What is Prithvi Jati? Prithvi Jati is a sub-jati to Dravya. So, Dravyatva Aparajati can contain many of these jatis. It could be all these. Prithvitvam, Aptvam or Jalatvam, we will write these here. Jalatvam, Tejastvam, all these are there. There could be 9 different, there are 9 Dravyas. Okay. All these are Dravyatva Aparajatis. The first set of Dravyatva Aparajatis. Dravyatva Aparajatimatvam should be there in this, as well as it should be an Adhikarana for Gandha. Which will be there? It will be there only in this Prithivitva. It will not be there in the other ones. It will be there only in Prithvi.
But what they argued was that there cannot exist any guna. That is what they
That is the same thing here also. That is the problem here also. Same problem here. Because there also, what was the definition he gave for Dravya? The first definition he gave for Dravyam. No, that is the Vivakshita here. Huh? That's all. Gunavatvam. That which can have guna. Gunavatvam. Gunavatvam Dravyam. Dravya Lakshanam. Here also he is saying Gandhavatvam Prithvi Lakshanam.
Okay.
Same thing. Very similar. That is why the same kind of clarification is being made. And it's a very similar sentences hence. If this was changed to Guna, the same thing will appear. This will change to Satta. Satta Abhinna Jadimatvam will apply there. That's all. Now instead, because this is Prithvi you are trying to define, you are defining Prithvi also using a Guna only. But that same problem will happen like Ghata Utpanna Vinashta, any Utpanna Vinashta Dravya for any Utpanna Vinashta Parthiva Dravya, the same problem will apply. And hence the same kind of Samadhana is also applied.
So, Satta Abhinna Jati.
No. Satta Bhinna Jati Matvam there. Different from Satta, that's all. So there also it is Satta Aparajati Matvam only.
Satta Jati is Dravya Guna and
all put together is Satta Jati. The Satta is the biggest set.
Dravya Guna Dharma.
Correct.
So Satta Bhinna
other than Satta. Other than means not outside of Satta. That's how you should not understand it as outside of Satta. Different from Satta. That's all. That is, it could be within Satta also. It is not the whole of Satta, but it is something. That's why you understand it as Satta Aparajati Matvam only.
Okay.
There also you can change the definition to Satta Aparajati Matvam. It did not be Satta Bhinna Jati Matvam. The same thing can be applied there. There it was Guna Samanadhikarana Satta Bhinna Jati Matvam. Here it is Gandha Samanadhikarana Dravyatva Aparatva Jati. Very simple. Dravyatva Aparajati Matvam. That's all. Now, if you compare with that, this becomes very simple to understand. Exact same. He is only clarifying his position because the definitions are eerily similar. There he said Gunavad Dravyam. Here it is Gandhavati Prithvi. So similar. So that clarification is complete. Any other doubts here? There is nothing more. That not explained to us because we are we are Balabodha. There, for the Tarkikas, you do not get a Chitra Gandha as such. See, Chitra Gandha means a mixture of Gandha. What the Tarkika would say is, see, you are not getting you are actually smelling two different Gandhas only. It is not that you have one Pratiti, it is not one experience as a mixture of Gandhas. It is two different experiences only that you are getting.
And the experiences are cancelling.
That.
I mean, asking because two objects can give two different smells. It can mix and we smell something. And there could be a third object which is giving the mixture smell as it is.
Okay.
So,
as it is means, how would it give? It will not give it as it is. There will be some avayavas in that which will give one smell, the other avayava gives the other smell only. See, the same thing cannot produce two smells.
So you are telling different Prithvis, I mean different smells.
Prithvi Amshas can have any smell. That's why it's only Gandha. It is not Surabhi Gandhavati Prithvi or anything. Could be any of the smell. And the Surabhi, Asurabhi is also only a matter of perception. No, some smell that I like, you might not like. You might call it Asurabhi, I will call it Surabhi. Generally, everybody likes a Chandana smell. Nobody likes sewage smell, that is fine. But there could be a range of smells in between, which some people like. There are so many scents. Some of them like some scent, somebody says that scent it's hopeless or something. So that Surabhi is a matter of perception and experience. But any object, if you take that particular object, or let us say going down to the Paramanu itself, that Paramanu also should have this quality, that it should be Gandhavati. That Prithvi Paramanu should also be Gandhavati. That Paramanu will have one particular smell only, it cannot have two smells.
Differentiating the difference?
Huh?
For the Paramanu, you said there is smell. What is the differentiating factor from one Paramanu to other Paramanu that is giving different smells? If everything is giving same smell, then it should be the same smell.
Oh, no, nobody said it is giving the same smell. That kind of different. It is giving its own natural smell.
So it is natural to it that it's giving.
That's all. It is only inherent quality of it that it is giving that smell. Huh? All these we are talking about mostly Anitya.
But Paramanu is Nitya. Now, how using Anitya?
No.
We will know that Nitya Paramanu have smell.
No. Anitya in the sense of their as a karya, they might be Anitya. But see, the Indriya is also formed because of some Parthiva Dravya. That Parthiva Dravya also has Paramanus. So, in that way, it is Nitya only. All of them down to their Paramanus are Nitya only. This table, as a table, is Anitya. But the Paramanus in the table are Nitya only. Similarly, that Indriya, when it is as a part of your body, you might call it Anitya when looking at it in a gross matter. But in the subtle or Paramanu form, they are Nitya only.
Confused about why Paramanu, although they are exactly the same, they
No, nobody said they are exactly same. No, who said? Why are you assuming that they are same? They are only Prithvi Paramanu, they said.
Then how does one Prithvi, how are we getting different Prithvi Paramanu?
Huh?
How are we getting different Prithvi Paramanu?
How are we getting different Prithvi Paramanu?
If we are
Vishesha is there.
getting different Gandha, that means there are different Prithvi Amshas.
No, can we tell that the difference in smell is because of the difference in Vishesha?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't have the knowledge to answer that question. Maybe you could attribute it to that. And even I was thinking along those lines. Maybe you could attribute it to the difference in Vishesha. Yeah. I get it, but yeah, you should attribute it to the difference in Vishesha only. Next Purva Paksha. Nanu Jaladavapi Gandha Pratītiriti Chet Na. Now we are asking, in Jala also Gandha Pratiti is there. Next. So here it is Ativyapti. No. So Avyapti was completed. Now Ativyapti dosha he is bringing about. When you take a glass of water also, suddenly you get smell. When here Vrishabhavati is flowing, you get smell. Chennai Kuvam is flowing, you get smell. So in Jala also there is smell. How can you say only Prithvi has smell? Jala also has smell. This is a very simple thing to understand also. And it is straightforward. Anvaya, huh? No Panchikarana here. Last time we said no Panchikarana here. Whether they accept or not, I don't know. But that concept does not come here and it is not necessary also. Anvaya Vyatireka Prithvi Gandhaseva Tatra Bhana Angikarat. So you have to do Anvaya Vyatireka. If you take a pure distilled water, there is no smell at all. You put some mud or something else into it, immediately you get some smell. Now, when you take only Prithvi, you get smell. So when you join both, if you are getting smell, that smell is because of Prithvi, not because of Jala. So whatever you say, whenever you say that this water has nice smell, it is because of the Prithvi Amsha that is present in the water. Something is dissolved or something else is there, therefore there is smell. Or else there is no smell that is inherent or natural to water. And hence there is no Ativyapti also. And that's why. Anvaya Vyatireka is that concept. Did we deal with Anvaya Vyatireka before, or you all know quite? Most of you know. That's all. Anvaya means when they are together, Anvaya. Vyatireka means you separate and see. Prithvi Gandhaseva Tatra Bhana Angikarat. So only Prithvi Gandha that bhana means that experience or that perception of Prithvi Gandha only is there in Jala also. It is not something that is natural to Jala. That Purvapaksha is done. Next Purvapaksha. Nano Kalasya Sarvadharataya Sarvesham Lakshananam Kale Ativyaptiriti Chet. Now suddenly he thought of, he could have brought it out at any place, but now he thought of it suddenly, and then Kala is there at all times. Then Kala is one only, there is no multiple Kalas also. Kala ekaha. Then any Lakshanam that you give, it is Adivyapti in Kala. Because Kala comes, where is it present, when is it present? If you ask, it is present in Kala only. So if you ask, it is always, there is Adivyapti in Kala always.
What do you mean by saying it is present in Kala?
Anything, where is it present or when is it present?
No, first Kala as a Dravya itself, I can think Kala as a mental concept, but Dravya, I cannot imagine Kala as a Dravya. Because whenever I think of Dravya means I go something like material.
It is not, no, only Dravyam, Dravyam is, okay. Huh?
Whatever have attributes in the body.
That's all.
Okay, that is the Lakshana we kept. So, what is the Guna of Kala?
We will come to it.
Oh, there's a guna for Kala.
Or else it cannot be a Dravya. Prithivya. No, it's not circular. The definition of Dravya is it should have Guna.
I don't know.
Ah.
The measure of Dravya is a guna. But,
It should have Guna, not a Guna. That's all. There is no circularity there. That's all is the definition. So all these 9 Dravyas will have one Guna or the other. Prithvi, Ap, Tejo, Vayu, Akasha, Kala, Dik, Atma, Manamsi. All of them will have Guna. Don't worry. What are Gunas? Gunas we have seen 24. They have to possess. It is not that they have to possess all 24 Gunas, or they should be able to possess. They can possess any subset of these Gunas. They should be able to possess at least one Guna at a time. That is all is necessary for them to be. Okay. So, the Adivyapti Darshanali, we are dealing. See, Sarvadharataya, Kala is Adhara for everything. If Kala does not exist, then none of these things exist. So, Kala is already existing at that point of time. If that is a statement to make, at a point of time itself means Kala. Okay. So, any Lakshanam you give to anything, it exists in Kala only. And therefore, you are defining Kala also along with that thing. You enumerated Kala differently. If you hadn't enumerated, I wouldn't have asked this question. You have enumerated Kala separately. Now, everything exists in Kala only. And now, therefore, whenever you go to define anything, you will be touching Kala at that time. It is not that you are defining Kala completely, but you are bringing in a part of Kala there. The Kala which is associated with this particular Dravya.
Because of the existence nature of the Dravya, and Kala is also existing.
Kala is Adhara for everything. No, it is like this Adhikarana, as he says. Without Kala, that won't exist. So, if you are defining that, you are defining Kala also.
Are we defining Kala?
Not the whole of Kala, that's what I mean. You don't have to define the whole of Kala here for it to become Ativyapti. That Kala in which this is present, that part of Kala you are using to define it.
No, I am just leaning on Kala.
That's what, you are leaning, no. You are leaning on Kala, no. So, you are already touching Kala in your definition. That's all he means. You are not defining Kala. Your word was nice. You are leaning on Kala. You are taking the support of Kala to define this. And therefore, you are touching Kala. Therefore, Adivyapti.
Is it like this that Kala also is Dravyatva Aparajati? And
Dravya, that is Dravyatva Aparajati, correct.
Okay, so is this, I mean, when we say
Gandha Samanathikarana, Dravyatva Aparajativatva.
So we are telling Avyapti because Kala also fits.
Correct. Kala also fits in there.
But how? Also that is also in time. Okay.
Gandha is also in time. This Ghata is in time. Prithvi is in time. Everything is in time.
No, but Then for Kala we cannot use the Utpanna Vinishta Gata Adhikarana.
Why? That exists in one kshana, no? It is existing in a kshana.
No. Kala Guna. Can say it never existed at the point of Kala Utpanna.
No.
Can you tell the definition for Kala once? Then we can pose the question.
Okay, see, go to page 48.
Because how the definitions are different and we are talking in one frame and
Don't worry, there. Atitadi vyavahara hetu kalaha, that's all. That whatever you use, page 48 you got, no? Atitadi vyavahara hetu means by which you say past, present, future. Atitadi. Atita means past. Adi means present, future also included. So that which you use for this vyavahara, for everyday transaction to say past, present and future, that the cause for that is kala. Past, present, future is not kala. The cause for using the words past, present, future is called as kala.
cause means some dravya only has to be there.
Cause can be anything. It could be probably something else also, but in this case it is a dravya.
No, cause is what we are calling as kala, means kala comes under dravya. So only I am asking. So some items which are responsible for me to perceive the present, past and future, those are the things.
No, whenever you say item and bringing the, immediately you will think of some physical object only as item, no?
Correct.
Why?
So this is like the Karyakarana.
It is the karana, that's why he is saying. The karana for you using words such as past, present, future, that karana is called as kala. Why do you use a...
Give an example.
What he's already said sarva. See that next in Deepika, see that sentence. Sarvadharaha kalaha. Outside that, how can I give you an example? This is called Kevalanvayi in Anumana. There is only one example. That is the only thing you can use for that. You cannot give an example outside of that. It covers everything. So, Sarvadharaha kalaha sarvakarya nimitta karanam. It is the nimitta karana for all effects. So, whichever effect we are talking about, gata, pata, mata, everything, it is the nimitta karana. It is one of the instrumental causes for everything. And therefore, this definition over applies now.
Over applies because we are telling Gandha has Kala as Adhikarana. We have
Correct. Gandha has Kala as its karanam, nimitta karanam.
And then
Not Gandha, the Ghata or whatever, Prithvi. We are trying to define Prithvi only, no, not Gandha.
Okay. Now okay.
No, I'm telling Gandha has Prithvi or Kala as Adhikarana.
Correct.
That is why we are telling Adhikarana.
Yes, yes. Yes, correct.
One more, I guess it's related. So, but in this definition also, the guna of Kala was never explained.
Here it was not explained. Now you go to the 24 gunas and tell me which of the guna will apply to Kala. Parimana could apply. Parimana will apply, yes. Parimana in a certain sense will apply, not in that particular sense, because Kala is Ekaha only. Sankhya will apply, because Kalaha Eka Eva. And Samyoga Vibhaga, no, Samyoga Vibhaga in the sense, Vibhaga will not apply.
Sankhya will not apply.
Sankhya will apply, Kalaha Ekaha. Ekaha Kalaha, you can say time is one. In that way, that's all. There are no two times, but that oneness will apply. See, in another way, probably they will. Na? Kalaha Ekaha Eva. The oneness of time.
You have so many arguments.
And also, I think maybe I will clarify later, but see, he has given already Sarvadharataya. So, if it is Sarvadhara, it is Adhara for all gunas. So, all gunas exist in Kala also, maybe you will be able to say it in that way.
That is what I was telling when I said that it has
Gandha, correct. So that is why he is bringing it in there, because now whenever you are going to define Jala or Tejas etc., you are going to bring in some guna or the other. Every guna, then you will keep asking the same question. It exists in Kala also. It exists in Kala also.
Then only we can get Abhidhyat,
Correct. Then at every point you will keep coming up with this question. That will not make sense. Therefore, he is using this Purva Paksha here.
So, Gandha is what I am trying to define.
No, Prithvi.
Okay, that is okay. Prithvi I am trying to define. What is Prithvi? Gandhavati Prithvi. So, Prithvi has Gandha as its guna. So, the Adhikarana for Gandha is going to be my Prithvi. And the Adhikarana for Gata is also Kala. Adhikarana for Gandha is also Kala.
The Adhikarana for Prithvi is also Kala. Adhara for Prithvi also.
So, then this should have been dealt even before.
Doesn't matter. So what? Now he is dealing with it. That's why wherever he gives the dealing, then at the beginning of the Grantha, say if that paragraph was even bigger, everybody would have closed the book and gone home. So that is a certain place where you want to bring in that Purva Paksha. See, this itself was a repeat Purva Paksha, as you can see. The Utpanna. Why? Just to revise that and say, clarify the concept, this is what I mean. Only because it was used there, he could repeat it here. Similarly, he will probably something like that, he will try later. It is a way of presenting the book, that's all. This is not some Veda Vakya. Anambhatta has written, if you want to use it elsewhere, you go and use it elsewhere and find out the clarification for yourself. That's as he said, Sarvatra Ichchayeva Niyamika. He felt he wants to put the Purva Paksha here, he got a Purva Paksha.
Without Akasha, can Prithvi have?
Can Prithvi have? Yeah, it could. Why?
But Akasha is Adhara for.
No, nobody said that, no. Who said Akasha is Adhara for Prithvi?
Vedanta case, you have to have.
You should not have. No, Akashad Vayu or Agni Handal here.
Here, Akasha doesn't even have Parmanu.
But where will Prithvi exist without there being Akasha?
Prithvi, yes, Prithvi Parmanu will exist. It could exist in Akasha. Not guna of Gandhavati. Gandha is guna, it is Gandhavati.
That is
Guna of having Gandha.
That is the Gandhavati. So does it has its existence without Akasha? You said yes.
As a concept, yes. Where were we? Nanu kalasya sarvadhara sarvera kale adhivyaptiriti chet sarvadharata prayojaka bhinna sambandhena lakshanattvasya vivakshitatvat. Simply is it. Very simple siddhanta. Everywhere if you would say, if you want to apply, yes, it over applies to Kala. It is, I am not going to refute that. He is also not refuting. Tell Kala sarvadharata prayojaka bhinna. That's all. That's all you have to use. Because there we cannot keep, you cannot keep separating it. Yes, all of them depend on Kala. I agree. So, sarvadharata prayojaka. Prayojaka means that which is the cause. That which is. So, Kala is the sarvadhara. Sarvadharata prayojaka bhinna sambandhena. Lakshanatva. All lakshanas, that is the vivaksha. You cannot say something that is sarvadhara, you cannot take. Maybe Akasha also, if you assume it to be sarvadhara later, you will ask the same Purva Paksha for Akasha also. If it is sarvadhara, you have to take it as bhinna sambandha only there. That is how we can define lakshana. Or else you will keep going in circles only with all sarvadharas. Bhinna means separate, different from that.
It is already there, except that.
Different from that. That's so.
This will now apply on Akasha.
Everywhere, wherever you are talking of sarvadhara, this will apply. That's why he did not say Kala bhinna sambandhena. Sarvadharata prayojaka. Whatever is the prayojaka, it could be Kala, Akasha, it could be any of these. Sarvadharata prayojaka bhinna sambandhena lakshanattvasya vivakshitatvat. So,
Yeah, sir. Gata is Prithvi is Adhara for Gandha. And Kala is Adhara for Prithvi
also.
So, isn't
I asked this one, isn't Prithvi the guna of Kala?
Anything that is adhara for something else is not guna. Who said that is the definition of guna? See, if you put a pot on the table, table is adhara. Table is not, ghata is not guna of table, no. This Kala has kind of samaya sambandha with everything.
But the kind of relation between guna and dravya is also
Correct. So what?
So the definition is Sarva Adharata Prayojaka Vinna Gandha Samanadikarana Dravyatva Aparajatimatvam is Gandhavati Gandhavatvam or something.
Everywhere you have to put that binna sambandha.
Similar to that Vyatireka was there. The Lakshana had
had Ativyapti with like that.
Vyatireka Tasvitam something is Guna Samanadikarana Satta. This thing was Guna Samanadikarana Satta Vinna Jati.
No, that is for Dravyam. You are talking for Lakshana only. Lakshana had Ativyapti on
Vyatireka and Vyavahara, I think.
Not Vyavahara, Vyavritti.
Vyavritti and
Abhidheyatva.
Correct. Vyavritti and Abhidheyatvam. And so
there he had to use it, but here, there it was kind of necessary. Only for Lakshana that was necessary, depending on your viewpoint. Here, this will apply for almost every Lakshana on the whole, any Lakshana anywhere you take. Because it is Sarvadhara. Directly it will apply only for Lakshana. There also you will have to go and apply this now. That is why you keep it aside. That is assumed. You know it. That's all it means. So we will pause here for today. I also have to leave early.
This is not the question. Suppose we got so many comments in our paper review. That is Bhinna.
You can write that. Always. That is why I said. Everywhere you can say, your Vivaksha is Bhinna from that. Any reviewer, whatever he says, no, your Vivaksha is different, my Vivaksha is different. You can escape from any reviewer like that. If that reviewer also knows Tarka and he accepts. Otherwise, you accept the rejection.
We always make sure there is zero common ground.
If he doesn't accept you, you accept the rejection. That's all. Okay. Nidhaya hridi vishvesham vidhaya guruvandanam balanam sukhabodhaya kriyate Tarka Sangraha Vishveshwaram Sambamurtim Pranipatya Giram Gurum Tikam Shishuhitam Kurve Tarka Sangraha Deepikam. Dhanyavadaha.